What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Sam Howell, quarterback out of North Carolina. And I do like him as a prospect. So far, out of the people I've looked at, he is the best quarterback in this class. He's the first one I'm doing a video on. So he's about 6'1", about 220. He's pretty strong, good balance. Definitely is able to throw the ball very well with velocity. Definitely has the arm strength. He's willing to lower his shoulder. I wish he would kind of chill out with that a little bit. I just don't want to risk the injury. But, in fourth quarter situations like game time situations, absolutely go for it. Ball out. And he can scramble and buy a little bit of time, but I wouldn't say he's super athletic. I would kind of compare his speed to a Ryan Tannehill type of area of athleticism. But I think he might be a little bit stronger than Tannehill. He does need to learn to throw the ball away a little bit too much. A little bit. His ultra competitiveness and gunslinger mentality sometimes ends up with him getting sacks that he doesn't need to. But he does throw the football well on the move, which really complements his ability to scramble. He does sometimes lead receivers in the hits, which is something I'd like him to kind of work on. Mechanics look better this year than they did last year, but they could still use a little bit work. He's starting to use his hips a little bit more in his throws, but I think he could stand to do it a little bit more. That'll help his accuracy be more consistent. Even though his accuracy is fine, I think it could be even better, though. He does have a tendency to throw the ball a little bit high because of those mechanics, though. And his ball placement isn't where I would love it to be, especially as a top tier prospect. When you're talking about these top tier quarterbacks, you have to pick them apart. That just is what it is. If you do draft him, he really, really loves RPOs, so definitely implement that into his playbook. He needs to. I do think he needs to anticipate a little bit better. He has a bit of a tendency to stare down receivers, and he has shown the ability to throw with touch and throw really good bullets. But sometimes he needs to have a better feel for which throw he should be making in those situations. Sometimes when someone's wide open and 5 yards in front of him, he's throwing a dart. And it makes the ball really hard to catch. Plus, when you're throwing bullets like that, you have to be perfectly accurate because there's no room for the receiver to kind of react to it if the ball slips or something and it's a little bit inaccurate, or you can't get your feet set or something like that, and it just throws off your accuracy, that throw. If you kind of throw it with a little bit of touch, you have a little bit of air under it. The receiver has a little bit of time to be able to react and move. But if you throw a bullet, it has to be perfect. But sometimes you do need to put that power on the throws and really squeeze it in there. So he just needs to recognize when it's time to really let that arm go. But like I said, he is very confident, very competitive. He does seem like a pretty good prospect. Some of the nuanced decision making definitely could improve. But overall, I think he is an interesting prospect at the very least. He definitely has the arm. He definitely shows flashes of accuracy. His mechanics could improve a little bit to really, really help that. But most of it is just the decision making. Got to chill out with staring down receivers. That's a problem that a lot of college quarterbacks have. Most of them have that. So hopefully he can kind of work on that in the league. And hopefully he can fix a little bit of that even in college still. But we'll see. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.